Now you've got the beehives. The first question that every member has ever asked me about keeping bees is, oh my God, my children will be stung and there will be real problems because bees will sting people. Want to talk about that?
Sure. So the first thing we need to understand is that there's two types of insects that look very similar to a honeybee. One is obviously the honeybee, and the other is the yellow jacket. And there's a big differences in how they react to people. Honeybees are strictly vegetarians, so they have really no interest in people when they're searching for food. Whereas yellow jackets, and there's a few kind of hovering around the beehive right now, they actually are carnivorous. They'll eat bees, they'll attack bees. They also come around people looking for food. And because they look very similar, honeybees typically get the bad name when it's the yellow jackets causing the problems. So on a golf course, if you're on a golf course green, there really are no flowers on that green. There's no reason for a honeybee to even go there. So you're typically not going to see them. Honeybees are very gentle. Many times I work them with sometimes with just a veil or not even a veil, and they're quite calm. Whereas yellow jackets, if there was a yellow jacket hive, I wouldn't even think of not going into it without proper protection.
So honeybees, even if they're around, say, an eating area because there's some flowers there or whatever, they're more interested in the flowers than they are in you or your lunch.
Right. They'll be on the flowers. They'll be very focused on the flowers, and you would really have to work hard to irritate them enough to have them sting you. When a honeybee stings, she dies. It's the females that do all the collecting, and they're the only ones that have the stingers. But when she stings, she does die, versus a yellow jacket. When it stings, it typically stings to paralyze its prey. So it has no problem in stinging in defense either, because it will not die. It has a needle-like stinger, and they can sting repeatedly.
Well, I did not know that. That's interesting. So your view is, and I think you've done this long enough, that there's negligible danger for anybody, any individual from the honeybee, and if they get stung by a bee that's a yellow jacket, that may be there regardless of whether we put honeybees on in place.
Yep. Yellow jackets will live anywhere, and they're quite prolific, especially in the fall. Because of the life cycles are very different as well. Honeybees do not hibernate. They'll keep this hive 70, 80 degrees all winter long, eating the stored honey that we left for them. Whereas yellow jacket colonies will die off, and then the fertile queens, which hibernate, will come back out and start a new colony. So we typically don't see yellow jackets until the late fall, when their populations start to increase. This time of year, honeybee populations are actually on the decrease as they prepare themselves for